Hello ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, Gambo here and welcome back to World of Warcraft PvP. We're still on the PTR server with the pre-patch for Warlords of Draenor 6.0.2, and today, like I said or like I promised, I'm doing some testing with my Enhancement Shaman. But be advised, what you're going to see or what you're going to watch is it's maybe, and this is the best description I have for it, maybe a little bit sad, because as you know, I don't like the word strong or overpowered or weak or underpowered or whatsoever. So I like to use the word competitive. But for here and for now, it doesn't look good for Enhancement Shaman. It did not. I don't know how it is on level 100, because I have no beta access or beta access whatsoever to tell you how PvP is on level 100 as Enhancement Shaman. But on level 90, oh yeah, it doesn't look good. It really does not look good. I mean, watch this, I'm trying to kill this druid healer, and the damage I'm doing is, I don't even know if the word bad is the right word for it, because I don't know. I mean, look at the damage, and the highest crits I'm doing against this healer are somewhere between 10 to I think 14 or 15k, maybe a little bit more, maybe even 17k. And this guy still has something about 200,000 points of life, so, or 200k life, so 10 to even 17k damage is not enough to apply in any form enough pressure to kill him, or to set him on such pressure that he would do some kind of failure or be under stress, so that he is forced to run away or to retreat or whatsoever. Right now, it's just, it makes no sense. It even looks like it makes no sense to attack this guy. I'm not able to apply in any form enough damage or to apply enough pressure to lead this guy or to force this guy into some kind of failure. I'm not able to do such a thing, and this has nothing to do with skill. And this is the sad thing about it. And the best thing I can say, I mean, just to give you a good example, pay attention to the damage I'm doing, and then compare the damage I'm doing as Enhancement Shaman to the damage I have done as Retribution Paladin. And just to make sure you know what I'm talking about is, or just to give you a better understanding about the skill level. I am a skilled player when it comes to, I'm not only a skilled but also a very experienced player when it comes to Enhancement Shaman, yeah? I played this class and I really enjoyed and loved the class, no matter what kind issues we run into over all this expansion. I always enjoyed playing as Enhancement Shaman. I always did, and I always in the past find some kind of way to make it work. But now I don't know how. I really don't know how, because Enhancement Shaman in the way it is right now, and I mean I'm trying to kill a new healer. He's nearly out of mana, and he is wearing really bad, or he's very underpowered when it comes to equipment, and still I'm not really competitive when it comes to killing this guy. I need some support to do so. And the damage I'm doing is just the hardest attack we have right now available seems to be Lightning Bolt. That's what I can say you, or this is what I can tell you. But even with a lot of buffs and stuff like that, it looks like I'm not able to hit for more, or it's very, very rare when I do hit for 20k with Lightning Bolt. This is really, really rare. And when you do compare this footage to the game when I was playing as Retribution Paladin, you will recognize that as Retribution Paladin, it was everything else than rare to hit my opponents for 20k or even more. And I was able to do so even without using skills or talent like Holy Avenger or Avenging Wrath. I was able to constantly hit my targets for, let's say, 19 to plus 20k with skills or attacks like Holy Prism or Templar's Verdict. And this was something constantly that I did without using Holy Avenger or Avenging Wrath. So when we do compare this against Enhancement Shaman, I'm not even sure that I'm able to hit for, right now, for over 20k, even, or let's say for 25, 26k, which would be for me a really hard hit. I'm not sure that we were able to hit so strong even with Berserker. And this is a really bad situation we are right now in. So I don't know what to say. I mean, I also tried to compare, or I tested it out by using, instead of using a Lightning Bolt, I tried to use Elemental Blast, which is in Mist of Pandaria, when it comes to PvP, a great skill. And it's able to do or deliver really hard hits, absolutely hard hitter. But in Warlords of Draenor for now, and for level 90, it's too weak. It's not worth it, trust me. I mean, it has a cooldown of 12 seconds, and it's just weaker than Lightning Bolt, and Lightning Bolt has no cooldown. Yeah, like the 12 seconds cooldown on Elemental Blast. And yeah, sure, you will get some buff by successfully using Elemental Blast. You will get a buff which will increase your crit strike, which can increase your crit strike or critical strike chance, or haste or mastery or multiple strikes, or you get a buff on your agility, which is nice, but it's not enough. It's not it's nice to have, but that's all. And when you do compare, and I tried it out, I tried to do as good as I'm able, and Elemental Blast, it's not worth it, not anymore. Yeah, I mean, it strikes for 5 to 6k less than Lightning Bolt. So it doesn't seem to be worth it to take it. So I'm staying away from that. And yeah, right now our hard hitter is right now Lightning Bolt. So, and to make Lightning Bolt a little bit more useful or more effective, you have to choose Unleashed Fury. Because when you choose Unleashed Fury and you use your ability or your skill Unleashed Elements, it will increase your lightning bolt damage for the next 10 seconds by 30%. But even in this combination, it's not like it's a hard hitter like for example, Templar's Verdict or the Holy Prism or whatever it is that Retribution Paladin can use. And still you need to make it useful, because it's not an instant cast. Lightning Bolt, it's not an instant cast, yeah? So you need your 5 stacks of Mealstone Weapon. And yeah, when we're talking about Mealstone Weapon, maybe you already recognize it, my self-heal or my survivability also get affected by one of the patches from the past. Because, as I said in one of my previous videos, Healing Storm has become baseline for every enhancement shaman, which means that with every stack of Mealstone Weapon, and you can have 5 of them, which is the limit, or 5 is the limit for having max stacks. With every stack you also will increase your direct healing. In the past, with every stack you increased it by 20%, which means that with 5 stacks you would get 100% increasement of direct heal. They nerfed that. Right now you get per stack, you get only 10%, which means with 5 stacks you will have 50% increase of self-heal. And with doing like no damage or doing not enough damage to pressure your opponent, and also to have to choose between our, which seems to be our only hard hitter, Lightning Bolt or the heal, it's hard. I mean, you have to choose. Do you want to stay alive and do no damage, or do you want to die but do some damage? It's really hard to choose. And also, like, I don't know, Ancestral Guidance also, which was or is a good skill to stay, or good talent to stay alive in PvP, doesn't feel anymore as competitive as it is or as it was in Mist of Pandaria. So, like I already said, the only hope I have, and look at this, I'm fighting this hunter, and I hit him for 20k, but remember yourself, I got a berserker on me, so this means I'm doing 30% more damage. And even so, the highest hit or the highest damage I did against this guy was 20k with berserker. Normally you don't have a berserker, or most of the time you don't have a berserker. And taking a berserker is always a risk, because you also will get more damage. You not only do more damage, you also get more damage. So yeah, let's take a look again into the patch notes from the past. So this is something about 2 weeks ago, I think, or maybe even 3 weeks ago. For some skills they increased our damage, but also for some they decreased our damage. So it was a win-lose situation. But at all, I would say we've lost more damage than we've won. So the first, what they've nerfed was enhanced weapons. Now does 40% of weapon damage, down from 60%. Doesn't sound much, but it has his effect. Next one is Flame Tongue weapon, which means our offense auto attacks will do less damage. Now does 7.5% of AP damage, down from 14.9%, or let's say 15%. So it's a nerf of 50% of the damage we will do with our offhand with auto attacks. Then Lava Lash now does 400% of weapon damage, up from 275%, which is a buff. But honestly, when you do look at the damage I'm doing with Lava Lash, on the paper it should be stronger than Lightning Bolt, but I'm not able to hit harder with Lava Lash than with Lightning Bolt. In no situation, I was not able to hit harder with it. Lava Lash, I think, not even once came close to 20k. And with Lightning Bolt, I think I did. In this video, I think, where I was fighting against this Hunter, I did 20k hit. I'm not sure what it was. Was it a Lava Lash or was it a Lightning Bolt? But even so, this looks nice with the Fire Nova. Even so, it was with Berserker. So without Berserker, it would hit for 70k or 17k. So yeah, on paper, Lava Lash looks stronger, but I don't know. Is it bugged? Doesn't it work like it should? I don't know. It doesn't look like a hard hitter or some kind of hard hitter that it should be. I mean, it's nice. The rework they did on Echo of Elements is pretty nice. Using twice in a row Storm Strike or Lava Lash, it's cool, yeah, and it has some use. But look at this. This is some kind of 1v1 situation, and this guy isn't even fighting against me, and I'm just not able to hit him hard. The hardest hit I did to him was with, again, a Lightning Bolt. So yeah, this is. Or look at this duel. I'm fighting Arms Warrior here, which is right now from 3 specs, or seems to be from 3 available specs for Warrior, the weakest one. Yeah, because even Death Warrior, which has chosen Gladiator stance, seems to be stronger than Arms Warrior. And it doesn't. I also don't feel like this guy has more skill than I do, but I don't feel really comfortable or competitive against fighting him. And I'm not sure about that, but I think I have only won against him because I get supported by this Retribution Paladin behind me. So yeah, and when you do remember yourself, when I was playing as Arms Warrior, I told you, or I have said in this video, that this was the most difficult until now. It was hard, or it was difficult for me to make Arms Warrior work. But it still was, or when I do compare that to my Enhancement Shaman, and I'm far better player as Enhancement Shaman than as Arms Warrior or whatsoever. It was far easier to make it work compared to my Enhancement Shaman, because as Enhancement Shaman right now, with the effect on, or lesser healing because of the nerf of Healing Storm, it's harder to stay alive, and also it feels like we are doing, because of one of the last patches, we are doing no damage is the wrong word for it, but it's not competitive. What I can tell you, it's really hard. It's even heartbreaking for me, because Enhancer, for me as an Enhancement Shaman player, it was always a joy to play this class, and I always was able to find in some way way to make this class work. But now Oh my gosh, I mean, look at this damage. I did everything more or less right. But I cannot kill this guy. He was stunned, and I did everything that I was able to do, and yeah, I'm doing no damage. Now he gets also supported by a hunter, and it's gone. It's game over for me. I'm gone. But look at this. Perfect example. I will use everything that's available for me to increase my damage, and I also have a berserker, and look at the damage I'm doing against this guy. 70k, 10k, 13k. Sorry guys, but this is absolutely not competitive with berserker. And also Ascendant, yeah, Ascendant right now in Warlords of Draenor. For a 3 minutes cooldown, it feels, I don't know, it feels weak. It really feels very weak. I mean, oh, yeah, it's like doing auto attacks on 30 yards range. I know they do ignore the armor of my opponent, but it doesn't feel like they hit really hard. Yeah, it doesn't feel like it would make me competitive compared to other melee damage dealer in PvP. And yeah, these auto attacks they don't do any more elemental damage like they are doing in MLP, where all the damage we are doing in Ascended form is nature damage and gets affected by our mastery, which is increasing all elemental damage. Right now our mastery has zero effect on that, and yeah, Ascendant feels weak. It really does, and our overall damage is not competitive. Yeah, I mean, Lava Lash doesn't hit as hard as it should, or as it looks like on the paper, so maybe it's bugged or whatever, I don't know. Storm Strike, okay, I never saw Storm Strike as a major damage damage skill or deal or whatsoever. For me it was always a way to get as fast as possible my Mealstorm weapon stacks. So I'm more or less fine with that. But the nerf of Wind Fury, the nerf of Flame Tongue weapon, it really hurts. Yeah, it's like I said, enhanced weapon now does, and this is a passive skill we have right now does 40% of weapon damage, down from 60. Flame Tongue weapon now does 7.5% of AP attack power damage, down from 14.9%. Lava Lash, which got buffed, does 400% of weapon damage, up from 275, which is a buff. Storm Strike, and this sounds weird, but I still think it's a buff. But in the patch notes, and you can read them on MMO Champion, Storm Strike now does 250% of weapon damage, down from 170 weapon damage. So I think, yeah, I don't know, but it's still a buff, yeah? It got increased, not decreased, so it's still a buff. Okay, fine with that. Wind Fury now does 40% of weapon damage, down from 60. And for me, it feels like they increased the damage of 2 sources. And they increased it huge, but Lava Lash, like I said, it doesn't feels like it would do the damage it has, or would. It's not a hard hitter as it should be. I mean, look at this. I'm trying to kill this to kill this elemental shaman, and I'm not able. I mean, the damage I'm doing is a bad joke. It's really just a bad joke. So the only hope I have for Enhancement Shaman is that it's not all set in stone right now, because oh god, it feels so bad. I can't kill this guy. I used everything that I have against him, and I know he got some heal. I got attacked by multiple enemies and whatsoever, but still, Lava Lash hitting for 6k, 8k, 10k, 12k is already really huge attack. Oh god, this feels like a disaster. It's heartbreaking, it really is. And I think one of the issues is that they nerfed like the small attacks, like enhanced weapons, which is a passive skill, like Wind Fury does less damage, Lava Flame Tongue weapon does less damage. These are all small things, but it seems that these are the things that that were so important for Enhancer, because Enhancer always was, on my own opinion, always was good in passive damage. Active damage is like our shocks, lightning bolt, storm strike, lava lash. These are all active damage sources, but we always did a good amount of passive damage sources, and because the passive damage sources got nerfed, it looks like we are not anymore able to do as much pressure or to stay competitive. But yeah, guys, I don't know. The only hope I have that it's not set in stone. And with that, we are also coming to the end of this video. So ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, thank you for your attention. Until next time, your Super Gambo.